Hi there, welcome. It's Anna here, and I thought I would continue on my Christmas 2025 today. And on my table is the ring bound journal. I have started picking out papers to put in. I have a little bunch of them here, and I have picked out the rings and so on. So I thought I would start by making the holes and assembling this. I have planned that I might have 50 papers in here if I can fit it in with the rings. That will make a journal that will have 100 pages front and back. So I hope that will work. I have my crocodile, trusty, and I will use that to punch holes. And I'm going to use the bigger size, and I think this is the exact center. I have measured it, so I think I am going to make the holes about, because I don't want them too tight and I don't want them too far in, because I will lose so much of the that's the commitment cut. I will lose too much of the space. This is quite a small journal. And when I have made the holes in here, I am going to make a template that I can use for all other holes. There we go. Yes. And the easy way to make a template is to just extend your lead and then draw a circle like this. And I can make them in the same place. So I'm actually going to do that before I make the template. But that, is it really different that much? This one is really outside. No, they weren't lined up. I thought so. That didn't look right. There we go, that's better. I almost made a boo-boo on the cover. How about that? Anyway, I am happy to be starting my Christmas journals. It feels nice to get started, and I am excited to see what they will be when they're finished. I have actually found end papers I'm going to put on these as well, but I left them upstairs, so that will be for another time. Let's just try out the rings and hope they fit. Yes, they fit. How good. How good. So the rings are in really good color to this old gilding from the cover. And I think this will be a cute little journal. It will be a cute one. That works. Okay. Oh, I have to show you. I did a bit of crafting this morning. I was having my coffee and sitting and taking it easy at my craft desk, and I made some decorated library cards. I started by inking them with, this is Distress ink and water. I used my glass mat and I dabbed the Distress ink on, sprayed water, and then I pushed the cards into it, both red and green. And then I splattered some gold acrylic paint on, and that barely shows. This one I also did a bit of stenciling with some snowflakes. quite cute. I think I will put this into this journal. And here I did stenciling again, but with swirly thingies. So that's nice. I might do a video where I make ephemera for my journals, and I could do something like this. But that will go in this journal. Let's make a template. So I have a piece of scrap paper here. It just happens to be ledger. And I am going to cut it to the right size. Let's start by cutting off the top here to even it out, because that was curling up. And then I'm gonna cut it along that line. Here we have the right height of, and I'm going to start by marking the middle, and then I'm going to see which way is up. Whoops. Yeah, like so. And then I'm gonna, I'm going to make sure it is on the edge of it, and then I will draw my circles. There we go. We have a template. Perfect. So this is what I'm going to use to make my, I might even do, could do this in a harder paper, cardstock or something, but if I can use this, that's good. So I just made my holes. There we go. This should ensure me to have the holes at the right place all the time. So let's start. I have picked out some images that I like. I want to back, this comes from a Country Diary Christmas book. It's one of the gift books. I love that too. So I'm gonna cover this up with something so that you can write on it. Just looking in my stash what I have. Do I want tissue paper? Maybe. There's another tissue paper that's more white. I think I like that one. So I am going to look for my glue paper. There it is. And this is how I'm gonna work on this journal. I'm gonna do one page at a time, and then when I'm finished, I'm gonna put them all together and put in pockets and things. So yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna use glue stick for this. I thought I would take half an hour to work on this today. Just because it's nice to get them on the way, right? The Christmas journals. I'm going to, this is me being organized and not faffing around, right? I'm gonna do like so. Flatten it out a bit, try not to break the paper. Then, as you can see, I glue down the whole thing. I'm just going to tear off the pieces that I won't use. So I'm gonna tear off some more here. I want a small ruler to use. There we go. because I want the image to be left so that you can see it. It's so cute with the cat, Christmas cat. There we go. Now I have a page that's pretty to look at on this side, and then on this side you can journal and look at something pretty. I like that. And I can see that I need to get rid of some of the tissue paper up here. This paper came from a photo album, a handmade photo album. There we go. And I'm just going to use my little template, which is a folio from the original text block, and I'm gonna see if it fits. And it does. I have most of these I have already made sure they are the right size. So now it's time for holes. Once again, making sure it's the right way up, following the arrow. And then I just want to see if I want it up or down or centered, or yeah, how I want it aligned. I think somewhat centered would be nice. And I'm going to draw where I'm going to make my holes. There is probably a much easier way to do this. I'm not surprised if there is, but I prefer to do it like this, because then I have my brain can wrap around this. The first one's done, and we're gonna have some reinforcements here. And on some of them, of these, if it's a bit thicker paper, I could use an eyelet. I can use hole reinforcers like these. I'm just going to make sure they're a bit more grungy. I can use, since it's a Christmas journal, I could use red or green or something. It doesn't have to be, you know, the vintage photo style. But for now I'm going to just make a few of them a bit more vintage photo style. I could use, I have this punch so that I can punch out these shape and from any paper and glue them on. So that's one thing I could do. I have a bunch of different ideas on how to fasten things and make hole in them and without injuring the image itself. So just bear with me and stay with me when I do these. Oh, there's a big, those were way too big. I wonder if there's different sizes for these, or it must be, but now it's reinforced. Yeah, so I'm just going to, just for fun, we can keep stacking them in just to see how it grows, and then I can change around. That's a good thing with a ring bound. You can change the pages wherever you want. Yeah, that will be good. Love it. Let's take the next one, which is a book page. And as you can see, this is a big book page. This is some music paper in really nice thick quality. This is Swedish Christmas music. And I have folded it. So my idea was to make holes, and then you can pull it out like that. And I think I would need to move that fold a little bit because of the holes being not so close to the edge. Okay, let's see. Let's first check that it's the right size, and yes it is. So once again, checking where I want it. somewhere there, maybe. This one needs some tape. I have cellophane tape that I have inked with alcohol inks to make it look more vintage. And even though this is a Christmas journal and I'm planning on using lots of colorful things, I am still going to make it a bit grungy. So, do I have any Christmassy paper here that I can punch my hole reinforcers from? I thought we would try the other one. Yeah, I do. Let's see, I have some scraps here. Let's see what I can tell you. We have some small scraps. Let's see if this one fits. Probably too small. Let's see if I can find the center. This is really hard. There it comes. Those are a bit better in size. So I'm gonna do one more of these. See if I can find that. Oh, it's so hard to see in this. Excuse me if I'm out of frame here, but nope, that one got busted. That's better. This one we can toss out. I love that red and white squares. Gingham, is that the word for that? The small squares. And now I'm using art glitter glue to glue them down. Cute. And I can get many hole reinforcements out of that one, I think. At least for 2 or 3 more pages. There we go. I'll find some paper towel here to dab that one on. Get rid of the excess glue. There we go. Nice. Yeah, let's see if it can fit in here. Can pull it out. Yes. This is fun. Fun times. Let's continue. We have, this is from Christmas is for Giving by Joan Walsh England. And it's really cute. And you can journal on the back there. So that's a good size as well. So let's just find the template and make some holes. And this is how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to make holes, reinforce them, and put it in, and then rearrange. So this will be a fairly quick journal, and some of these pages will be decorated too, I think. I want to make some, use some Tim Holtz ephemera. I want to use some other ephemera I have. I want to use some things I made in different uses or lucids, probably last year. And yeah. For instance, I just felt I wanted to put something here. before I put this in. This is a stamp, as you can see. It's from Finland, and it's a church. But the fun thing with this, I don't know if it's a Christmas stamp, but the fun thing is that it is stamped in Rovaniemi. And the Rovaniemi is where the Santa Claus is believed to live. At least if you from this part of the world. So I thought that would be really fun to use in a journal, and you might just put that on. Maybe I could put it on here. I want to use it somewhere. Could put it on here. Yeah, I will put it on that side. I just saw it on my little tray over here. I have a tray where I put loose little things that I want to add somewhere. And yeah, now this one is going to be added into this journal. A Rovaniemi Santa Claus stamp. And of course, if you would be the new owner of this, you could always cover up all the text you don't want and add your own text or images or so. So this is just a start to the journal. That's fun. Could have inked around it, but since it's a Christmas journal, I don't mind white. Getting this on. Let's see if we can do something else, something I want to hinge or so. Oh, this is cute. This is a part of one of those, what's it called, garlands. It's like 10 of these, and they are folded every other way, so they will be zigzag, and you put them in the center of the table. But I thought, why not use one of them in here? And I don't want to make a hole in this, and it's too small for that. So I thought I could add something to oh, too bad. That will have to be just attached to one ring. Okay. So there's different things you can use to hinge it or make it attach it to the paper. And for instance, you can use a piece of scrap paper like this. You can fold it like so, and then you can glue it on and punch the holes in this. You can use fabric, you can use stamps, and I was thinking that I might want to find some Christmas stamps. Just want to figure out which book I have my Christmas stamps in. Probably spread all over. Here are some. And it doesn't have to be pretty. Since I'm going to punch hole in it anyway. No. Not there. Here's a lot of Canadian stamps. At least I think so when I do this. Canada! And then I think about Catherine and Nancy and Alice and Tracy and yeah, all the lovely Canadian ladies in the junk journal community. I probably forgot a ton of you, so sorry about that. It's just those who came to mind. Yeah. Now we are on Italy instead. I just want to find some Christmas. Sorry about my dog. He sees something out the window. Could be a cat. Not his best friends. He has to protect us from the cats. They are nasty. he says. I like cats, but he doesn't. Oh. Anyway, we can't go on waiting forever, so I'm gonna see if I can find another scrappy paper to use. I could use this. As you can see, I have been making whale tail tabs with this, and I'm just gonna need one. So I'm gonna tear it and I'm gonna even it out a bit. Sorry once again for my dog. I'm going to fold it like this. And then it will be glued onto here. And I will make my holes in this, and voila, we have a little page. So that could be fun. See that my glue is starting to do the volcano, so I need to refill it because now there's lots of air inside. It doesn't really need to be very far in on the paper, as you can see. It's just touching. And then I want to make sure this is at the bottom, like so. And I'm going to make a hole. And this one doesn't need reinforcing because it's quite thick. I might actually go ahead and put an eyelet in this eventually. See? Oh, that's cute. Cute. For time, if 1 or 2 more pages, then I have to stop for today. Let's do some plain writing space. I have lots of these as well, so these will just be as they are. I don't know if I will reinforce them, and the good thing with this is you can always take them out and reinforce them later, or change the order of them, or you can do lots of stuff, and I like that. There we go. And there we go. Lots of little pieces to throw in the bin. So right now we have added, let's count, if I can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Just want to keep somewhat track of what I do. And as I said, I want about 50 if it fits. If it fits, otherwise it will be thinner. But it would be nice to have a 100-page journal. What else do I want? Could add this little, this is a vintage, possibly antique, most likely antique, Christmas card, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. The question is, do I want to punch a hole in it, or do I want to just put it in a pocket? I don't know. Same thing with this. Do I want to put a hole in it, or do I want to put it in a pocket? Here is a page, Advent, 4th Sunday of Advent, and Christmas. It's a songbook, a Danish songbook from 1834. I wrote that there, just in case. And this one I really... Now I'm just thinking, do I want to add something to that? I I have tons of these Christmas stamps with the Sami people, right, and the reindeer. Could add like so, 2 of them, and then punch holes. Yeah, let's do it, because I have a whole bag of them. These are from 1974, so they are over 100 years old. Can you imagine? Time flies when you're having fun. I don't know if these stamps would be having fun, but you know what I mean. So I want one here. And one up there. So there's so many ways you can do this, and the master of ring-bound journals is Sandy Wilhelmina with Wilhelmina Junk Journals. She makes the best, coolest ring-bound journals. I'm gonna go back and rewatch some of her flip-throughs and see if I can get any new ideas. We have 2 reindeers. That's fun. I think it's fun. I hope you do too. And let's add these. I'm looking for my pencil. There it is. This will be the last page today. I might go ahead and add some more pages on my own, and then next time we will decorate some and put in. I have to go through my ephemera and see what I can find. Oh, this is cool. I like this. It's a bit eclectic, a bit random, my favorite kind. When you have your ring journal, be careful so you don't squeeze your own fingers in there. Yeah, lots of things going on in here so far, but we will change the order of these, of course. We did that so far. Oh, this was fun. But I have to start dinner. Thank you all so much for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this start of the Ringbound Journal. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And let me know down below if you have any ideas for me for this. Things I can add, things I can use. And because I have all kind of things. I have scrapbook papers, I have images, I have real photos, I have book pages from the original text block. I will go ahead and get these in. I have my lace page that I did. I have envelopes, I have vintage letters and all kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. I will be back, but I have a busy work week, so I don't know when I will be back. On Wednesday definitely, but we will see. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.